Except for the coyotes at night. Holy moly, were there coyotes out there?
Like close?
That's scary.
Or just like loud?
Like the first time I came there was one over here that I heard like going off, and Tesla was being a little fucker about it.
Yeah.
And then there had to have been like 30 across the way that like responded. They were just going ham.
Oh.
Just like
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Wow. You know, I never thought my life would lead me to this point. You know, such a prestigious place to be here on the couch, and you know, it's just great.
I agree.
Yeah, that's part of why we were late today. You know, managing issues or managing conflicts, secretaries going back and forth, and you know, Henry was the one with kind of the biggest you know, issue with the scheduling. Yeah, it was had to do with squirrels, as it usually does. Any other comments?
no, that's about it.
A lot of squirrels around here. We had to take a few out.
Lots of squirrels. Hard to set an appointment time with them.
Yeah.
True. They yeah, they're not good at keeping to schedules or anything of the like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, welcome. Episode 27. Oh, I've got it.
Yep.
Of the LooneyBin Podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Henry.
Here we are.
Yep.
We just had like a huge... Okay.
So, boys, how do we feel about this weather?
I actually was going to bring that up because it's like, I don't know, the Minnesota weather is so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And I always, every single spring, or winter, I should say, like late winter, I always forget that spring is like 10 days. Like Minnesota spring is like non-existent.
No, especially this year.
Yeah.
Because last week there was snow everywhere.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 30.
There's like a literal blizzard like 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, and now it's 80 degrees, and I'm sweating.
It's crazy. We got all the windows open. It's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always wonder if like we're just going to get like a wicked tornado just from all like the changing weather and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works, right?
That is how that works.
I think so.
Yep.
Hot air and cold air.
Should have been a meteorologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a tornado chaser.
True.
That'd be cool.
Those are, you got to be like crazy or just like confident. Maybe they're just confident in their vehicle.
Yeah.
Passionate.
And passionate.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get into
don't
tornado
fucking know.
chasing?
I think you just fucking do it. I think we could fucking do it.
Yeah, probably. We'd have to move down to the tornado parts.
That's true. The tornado belt.
Yeah, the belt.
Tornado belt. Yeah.
Go down to Kansas.
One's got the drone out.
Just get sucked
Oh
up
my god.
in the eye.
You think you could keep a drone like in the air
No.
in a tornado?
No. I think it would get sucked into the tornado and just blast it out.
That'd be sick footage though.
Yeah. Take a helicopter in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely how you die.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I wonder like what the minimum weight requirements are for a vehicle to like withstand a tornado.
I think it depends.
Depends on
how
the NATO.
high up it is.
Like if wind can like get underneath it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think just where you park it, because that's why you see them like they park like down in the fucking ditch.
Oh yeah, true.
They never let us stay on the road. Just imagine you're on the news channel. You just see the golden Dammeier van just going 120 chasing a tornado.
Yeah, they got news vans like
Yep.
3 miles away, just flying right past them.
Just
someone
fumes.
heads out of the top on the turret camera up top.
Oh, that'd be
my
sick.
God.
All right, so we're gonna outfit the Dan Meyer van
Yeah.
with like steel plating.
I don't know if I've ever seen a car in a tornado though. Like it's probably pretty rare to actually get your car swooped up.
Yeah, I've only seen them like scoot,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
along the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, they go up, come right back down.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
not very far.
No.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a.
Yeah.
It's the debris that will get you.
True. No, it's
I've
true.
heard that
It's the-
people can die from a blade of grass during a
What?
tornado.
I
Is that true? I don't know.
think that is true. Like there's like the whole like, yes, a piece of straw will go through a stop sign.
Yes, that's
It's like-
exactly what I've heard.
Really?
Really?
Which one? Which tornado is this?
Yeah, are you sure
Fucking-
about that?
I don't know.
Yeah, is that?
Oh.
I don't know if that's physically possible.
Well, it might be.
It is. Well, how fast do the winds get in a tornado? Like a big ass tornado.
Yeah, pretty fast.
Probably not as fast
Pretty
as
fast.
an
Probably
atom
not fast
collider.
enough to be like a piece of straw going 4,000 miles an hour goes through a steel stop sign.
Probably not. I think I'd rather be in a tornado than a hurricane, though. Hurricanes are
Yeah.
scary.
Things are wet.
They're what? Yeah.
And what do you mean by like in, like this? You're at the center of it with no shelter, or just like being in the vicinity,
Both.
like in danger of.
I think
I think
both.
I'd rather be like in the center of a hurricane and
That'd
not a
be cool.
tornado, but
Mhm.
to be in the vicinity of a tornado is better than to be in the vicinity of a hurricane.
Yeah, actually, I agree
Because
with
if
that.
the
Yeah.
hurricane's right on you, it's taking your whole fucking house.
Right.
If the hurricane's right on you, your house is just getting really wet and
Yeah.
flooded.
Yeah.
But like the vicinity, like the hurricanes, they just flood everything.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard it's kind of like peaceful in the middle of the hurricane.
Yeah,
Like,
eye of the storm, baby.
Yeah. That's wild to think about.
That is
to be
crazy.
in one of those.
Just like,
Yeah.
just a break in the death.
Right.
Where would we be today if Columbus would have got sucked into a hurricane? You know, where would we be?
I don't know.
Probably.
I'd probably be in
No.
Norway.
Yeah. Yeah. No. True. Probably Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always see movies where they're like in the hurricane and they always go to the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They never like try and get out of the hurricane. They always just like
Oh yeah.
is that like a do you think that's like a standard operating like procedure where you're like
Are you talking about like in a boat?
yeah, in like a ship.
Probably is. Just limit your time of being in Fucktown.
Right, you just got to
Yeah.
follow it.
Yeah.
But then if
You
you're in
gotta
the
stay
middle,
with it.
like, you got to stay in the middle.
Right,
Somehow.
no, that's
I
what I'm
guess
saying.
It depends on how
Yeah.
fast it's moving.
I guess if it's coming this way, your best bet is to go straight through the middle of it that way.
Just whip
The
around.
opposite
And...
way that it's going.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Try to get through it. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I heard the Northern Lights are gonna really be crazy this year.
Really?
Are they?
Yeah, someone told me they come in like 12 or 15-year cycles
Huh.
Huh.
where it's really just popular.
Well,
Just
good.
popping off.
Yeah, I'll miss this year and then not see it again forever.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, when is it?
This year.
I've already
No, but,
seen
like,
like some people
summer.
like posting
Oh.
on Visco and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen like it on Facebook. I don't use Facebook, but
Maybe we'll have to
Been
track
shared.
that.
Yeah, we should
It'll
do
we
that.
Oh,
should
uh,
definitely.
Like a little LooneyBin
Little
vlog.
Minnesota top cheddar.
Yeah, go up
way
north.
up there.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be sweet. We like yeah, we should do like a little
That'd be cool.
LooneyBin video like trying to
Yeah.
hunt down the north trying to see
Uh-huh.
the northern lights.
Yeah, I know this
There's just
girl.
a crazy video, and then there's just the B-roll.
Yeah.
It's like we find it,
Right.
and then it's just like B-roll. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Just like the time lapse.
Just do some nice like serene like music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. No, that'd be sick.
Yeah, there's a girl from Benson named Cody. She recently went on a solo trip to like the North Shore just to see the Northern Lights.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and apparently they were like awesome. So
That's a
that
baller
inspired
lifestyle.
me. Yeah, I want to go do that now. Maybe not solo, but
Yeah.
do it still.
Yeah, I would love to see
I've
it.
been thinking about soloing just randomly.
Yeah.
If I have time.
Like backpacking or car camping.
Just rip.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've already
I already
experienced.
did, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
Had a
talked?
dog, though.
Yeah. Have you talked about that trip at all on the podcast? Probably not.
Probably not.
Do you have any wonderful
It's not.
memories?
It's not
or...
incredibly exciting. I didn't really do anything.
Yeah, but it was
I just
like
drove and then sat there.
Talk about the van.
Van.
Where'd you go again? I just need some preface. Also, I'm gonna make sure the stream's going.
What year is the van? 2006, 8.
Oldie but a goodie.
Ford Econoline, E350, towing package, extended wheelbase.
Is that a V12?
Yep.
There you go.
That's a fucking.
It's a lot of pistons.
That's an F1 engine in a van.
That thing can get up.
Yeah. So I pulled all the seats out, made a shitty little wood frame thing for a mattress that didn't even fit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Filled it up with all my crap. Took my dog, and this was in. I think I left January 2nd. Drove 10 hours to Kansas City, somewhere. I don't even know. Some little park that I just parked at and slept, and then I drove 10 more hours, and I slept at a truck stop in Texas, big old state of Texas. And then I drove to this BLM land thing in New Mexico. It's like north of Albuquerque.
Hmm.
If that's in New Mexico, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
That might
Yep.
be the capital.
Very
Or is
well
it
might be.
Maybe it's Santa Fe.
That's why we need Preston here.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, so I found just a spot. It's just kind of like take a gravel road back for like 5 miles, just kind of cruising in the dunes, like mountainy, not really hilly, desert kind of crap. Then just parked in this flat spot. Stayed there for 2 days, just hanging out. Then I was gonna go further north to another spot that was like that, but then like the drive in was completely covered in snow and ice.
Oh.
But I couldn't turn around until I got there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Because the van is not a turnaroundable thing.
right.
You're not going to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless there's like a loop or something. So I went down there and I was like, do I want to stay here and then have to deal with the shit of driving like 10 miles on ice in the van?
Yeah.
Or do I just leave? And then I just left.
Hmm.
And
Didn't
I
you
went
have the
back.
Didn't you have the brakes go out, or was that a different time? I heard that there was a sketchy moment.
The brakes did end up, they didn't go out, but they started getting a little toasty.
Oh yeah.
Did you think
I
you
do
were a
remember
goner?
It was a little bit hot.
Oh boy.
It's a little hot. Yeah, so anyway, I went back to the same spot, found like this even cooler spot in the same place that was like up on this little ridge so you could like see like 360 view. And I stayed there for like, it had to have been like a week. I just parked. I didn't go anywhere.
Mhm.
Just stayed there and hung out. Did like fires, messed with the dog, cooked food, just chilling. And then, yeah, I went to, there's like the forests, New Mexico. There's like, it's mostly just like deserty stuff, mountainy stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's like forest that's like right here extending into like Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And like right here in the New Mexico square is like they're like quiet or like night sky sanctuary thing, you know, Bob.
Oh, that's sweet.
So there's like no lights on in like the
That's
certain
so sick.
radius, so it's like super bright out at night. I mean, the moon was out, so it wasn't like super cool. Just because when the moon's out, you can't see the stars as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so quiet, just because there was no like, there's like cars that came by every once in a while, and you could hear them. But other than that, there's like so quiet, like crazy quiet. Like you could hear like insects like way farther away than you would think you could. Like instead of
Whoa.
like you hear like a fly flying around you,
Right.
it'd be like you could hear a fly over there, just like cruising. It was sweet.
That is sweet.
Dang.
Yeah, because it's a desert, so there's not much going on.
No,
So,
and it was very like wooded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there was like nothing going on.
Hmm.
Except for the coyotes at night. Holy moly, were there coyotes out there?
Like close?
That's scary.
Or just like
yeah,
loud?
Like the first time I came there was one over here that I heard like going off, and Tesla was being a little fucker about it.
Yeah.
And then there had to have been like 30 across the way that like responded. And they were just going ham.
Whoa.
Just like and then Tesla was like and was like hiding.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, okay.
You're like, you're my protection.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's the tough dog now?
yeah.
And yeah, and then leaving there, I was going into Arizona. And going out of those mountains is very much like quite steep down,
Mm-hmm.
but very like curvy. And the van is pretty heavy. So I'm like braking all the way down, basically. No gas at any point, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I got most of the way to the bottom, and the brakes were getting really hot. I could smell them.
Were they smoking?
They were smoking.
Oh boy.
They were smoking. And so I stopped using the brakes as much. I gave him a little bit of a break after that. And then for a while they were like not really gripping very well.
Mm.
Just smooth.
Or like one side was. So like
Whoa.
I was coming up to a stop sign, pressed my foot on the brakes, and it just was like just pulling all the way across. I'm like, no, please. Yeah. Then stayed there for a couple days in Arizona, just like in this mountains all around, just in like this plain shit. And then drove to Colorado.
Nice.
Stayed in a not a free campsite, but like BLM kind of land, like right around the mountain from where we stayed,
Mm-hmm.
near the sand dunes.
Oh, okay.
So there's like the actual campsite, then like around the mountain, there's like it's all just like free like use land.
Okay, so
And
you
so
don't
you
have
could
to
basically
pay.
just drive up the mountain in a straight line on this little path
Yeah.
and just camp wherever.
Dude, that's
Huh.
what. So, we've been working on this, like sci-fi short film idea for, I mean, on and off for a little bit. But I want to go someplace that's like not this sort of terrain or like foliage or anything like this.
Yeah.
Or like anything in Minnesota. And I was thinking like maybe one of the Dakotas, but like something like that, because also when you're filming, you have like a whole thing about like permits, and like if it's a state park, then like you can't like have more than just like one like camera with you,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
if
really?
for taking photos. Yeah.
Huh.
So like if we were gonna try and haul like, I mean, a light and like
Mm-hmm.
camera, tripod, audio equipment,
Yeah.
have costumes and shit like that, like we would have to be somewhere where the laws are a little bit more lax. So
Yeah.
I feel like I got to do more research on it, but like that sort of land
Yeah.
might be the way
There's
to
not
go.
really any places like near here. It's all the majority of it is Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, like that section
Yeah.
is where the majority of that kind of land is.
Would there be any in Montana or Wyoming, or is
I don't
that more
think-
a
that's
lot of farms
Pretty
and
much
ranches?
farms and ranches and like
Yeah.
actual national park land. There's not a lot up here.
Yeah.
You can still like find like campsites, like free campsites, just in like little teeny pockets, but there's no like actual big open space. But yeah, you could totally just go and do whatever you want in the
That'd be
place
sick.
in New Mexico, because I was there like it was like Sunday morning, and just everyone and their mother was shooting clay pigeons out on the fucking on the hills. It's just bang 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 bang
Oh my
bang
God.
bang bang. People are just practicing their shooting
Yeah.
everywhere, and I have to be careful because they don't give a shit that my van is parked there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever have any issues where people like wanted you to move, or where you were
No,
got in trouble for sleeping somewhere?
no.
That's nice.
No,
I've heard
but-
people like sometimes have issues with that.
Yeah.
Where they're trying to live out of their car, but then they want to like visit somewhere and they can't find anywhere in the town or the city that will like leave them alone.
Yeah, it just depends on like where you are.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of apps that are like, just like you can like self-report a location that you found, and other people can like review it. So it's like I stayed at the Cracker Barrel parking lot, and I called in and they said it's fine.
That sounds like a dangerous
this
one.
is now.
Yeah.
No, but like apparently like Cracker Barrels are the place to go as like a van life
What?
camper.
Huh.
Really?
They just do not give a rat's ass. And
I wonder
like,
why that is.
Interesting.
It makes sense. I mean, if you want someone to like come in the morning and like buy something.
Right. True. Why would you? I don't get why would you care? Like unless they're like trying to break in.
I feel like Cracker Barrel is the perfect place to where a super grungy like just trying to like just like a gross kind of thing. Those people aren't gonna come.
Yeah.
But like the high end, I got a nice van.
Yeah.
They're like Cracker Barrel.
True.
Oh.
Yeah. Or it's like Walmart.
Right.
You know, you say, hey, yeah, come stay at our Walmart parking lot.
Are you allowed to do that at Walmart?
No. Some Walmarts, some not Walmarts.
Okay.
But generally no.
I always see cars out in the Walmart parking
But yeah,
lot.
no, I never had any problems. Like even the one day I stayed in like the parking lot. It was literally in the middle of the city, and there's like one of those like little parks that's along the river.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a mile hiking trail or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
It was just at the trailhead. I just parked there, and then like as I woke up, I'm just like looking out my little peephole,
Yeah.
trying to see if there's anyone out there or anything. There's literally a sheriff using the porta-john at the park. I just see him.
Just chill.
Just did not give a shit. Drove in.
That's awesome.
Porta-john. Drove out. I was like, all right.
That's funny.
But yeah.
So how long, like the whole trip, like how long was it in all?
It's from the 2nd to the 27th, I think.
Wow. Yeah, that's a time.
Yeah. I would have been out longer if I had more money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hit the point where you're like, all right, so I can either the drive is really what was the most expensive.
Right.
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Like
Because you could
freaking
chill on
guzzler.
just buying food and stuff forever.
Yeah.
Like with a very low budget. But the fucking $500 to get down there in gas.
Yeah.
And then at that point you're like, so I could stay down here a really long time and then find a job or some shit. Or maybe not, and then just be broke and then be stuck down here.
Yeah.
Or
True.
you could use, it was money stuff. Also the dog. You can't really get a job when you have a dog in a van.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Kind of tough.
I mean, you could do,
You have to get some online gig.
or like,
Online stuff, like freelance-ish kind of things, or like
yeah, what's another?
work at a fucking dog kennel
Right.
that allows you to bring their dog
Maybe
in.
for like a state park or something like that, where you can just have
Maybe.
a companion.
I think if she was
with
a
you.
service animal, then maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think if worst comes to worst, or if it did come to worst, that Tesla would defend you, or do you think she would just run away?
I have no idea. If she herself was cornered, she might go feral.
Right.
But
If you were shouting.
if I was shouting, she might just
Come on,
be
Tesla.
excited and bark a lot and maybe look pretty scary. But
Yeah.
she wouldn't do anything.
Mm.
But if you corner her,
Yeah.
she'd go nuts on your face. Because like I've like even like cornered her on the couch before. She's like, you get like the
Yeah.
and then the one like
Yeah.
outburst,
Yeah.
and then she's done. But
Doesn't like it.
but yeah,
That's funny.
then I drove to North Carolina, Colorado. Saw Hannah OC.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where she lives? She lives in
Colorado.
Colorado. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and then
Shout out Hannah Ozzy.
yeah, if you're watching,
And we know you are.
let's go hike. Did a hike, super cool, with my dog and her dog. Her dog is way better behaved. My dog's a little shit. And of course, the trail is like muddy, like semi-icy. So if the dog is pulling it all, you're
Oh,
going
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
hung out with her friends, watched. I don't even know what we watched. Something. I slept in her. No, I slept in my van outside of her house, and then I drove back home.
Very
I got an
nice.
oil change first.
Smart. That's responsible.
Yeah, when you're going that far, holy cow.
Yeah.
That many miles. How many miles did you put on the thing?
I can find out real quick for everyone.
Yeah, I feel like when you can chime in, Henry, obviously, but
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in those situations where you're like just all by yourself and like there's none of like the typical like everyday sort of like distractions that you have, and like I feel like that would be the environment where you actually like you get to see kind of like where your mind goes and like
Yeah.
kind of like the deeper part of your mind that you don't really get to access on a daily basis
Yeah.
because like we're always just like going to the next task or like doing the next thing or like finding the next thing that like gives us, something to do.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
It low key is like just like letting your brain wander and like seeing what things you think about, and yeah, I think that's interesting.
I keep it all bottled up. I don't know if I could handle it.
It is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's a scary thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always thought of myself. I think I talked to Cole about this, but like I guess I would consider myself a fairly like creative person, but I always have felt that I'm not good at like getting creative ideas.
Yeah.
Like I'm not good at like writing or just like generating ideas just like out of thin air. Where like some people are just like boom 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 like have all these sorts of ideas and like but then like there'll be times where I don't have my phone and I'll just have to be alone with myself, and then all of a sudden I'll just have like all these ideas come to me.
Shower
and it's
thoughts.
just right. Yeah, it's just like it just like explodes, and it's so weird that like once all these distractions are away from you and like there's nothing that's occupying your mind can just like run free and just does what it does. But yeah.
And for me, it was just chill.
Yeah. Just nothing.
I was
Just like
this is
turn
nice.
off. Yeah.
Not even turn off. It was just like
Right.
it's great.
Yeah, and I feel like you'd still stay busy, like cooking food or
I wasn't busy
getting,
doing
getting
anything.
wood or something. No, you were just
I
chilling.
was just listening to music.
Yeah.
I cleaned the van a couple times.
Yeah.
That was a good use of time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like taking pictures and then trying to edit pictures. Also trying to get your laptop charged for like 3 hours because you just want to edit that one picture
Yeah.
that you want to send right now. Like I can't wait until I get back to do that. All right, I found it.
Did you
All right.
take any cool pictures at the sanctuary? Like of the sky?
I got a couple,
Yeah.
but it was windy when I did it. And so like I think that my like the strap for my camera was swinging or something.
Oh, so it's
Yep.
bumping the.
Because it's all just a little bit fuzzy,
Mm-hmm.
but not. Or maybe it was because I used my vintage lens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was cool just because usually like when you take long exposures, just like it doesn't have to be like a super long one. There's usually some sort of light source that's just like getting more and more blown out the longer you. Just like be it like if you did it outside here, like a street lamp over here would just start like overexposing your image as it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
there was like none of that. You just could see more and more of what like the ground and the trees.
Oh, that's sick.
And so like a couple of them that I have look like it could be daytime.
That's
Like
so
if
nuts.
I
Whoa.
changed like the colors on it,
Yeah.
it would probably look like it was just a daytime picture.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Which makes sense because at that point,
It's just like
It's-
the moonlight
Yeah, a lot of
exactly.
moonlight.
It's just
coming back.
it's just another harsh source of
Yeah.
light.
That's super
Just
cool.
lower exposure. That's
Weird.
so. Yeah, that's wild.
All right, so from December 31st, so this is like it also takes in me driving to Spicer from St. Peter and then whatever, but 3,700 miles.
Jeez.
That's a ways.
I went to Blue Water Lake State Park. That was Arizona, I think, or like New Mexico, Arizona area. Lathrop State Park. I don't know where that was. Walgreens.
Nice.
Indian Creek Trailhead. Country Chic Art Gallery in Crafter. I think that's where I got my wallet.
Huh. Cool.
My buffalo leather wallet.
Little crafty place.
Yeah. It was in buttfuck nowhere, Arizona, or like somewhere that I was driving through. Red state. It was red. It was everything
Bleed
was red. It was. You could tell it was. I'm in the craft store. Nobody else came in except for like 2 like missionary guys, like literal missionary guys that were like trying to talk to me, and then they were like talking to the owner, just like full on like
Conversion sort of.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
and I was like, haven't seen that before. It was cool. So yeah, I on January 2nd I drove 492 miles, and that was from Minnesota down to, oh boy, it's gonna make me, down to Kansas
Nice.
City. Like I said, it says that I stayed at Hilton Kansas City Airport. I did not stay in a hotel.
Van life, baby.
Oh, I lost it. Oh, here it is. And then on January 3rd, I drove 619 miles from
Jeez.
Kansas City to New Mexico.
Oh my God.
Just like right at the edge. And that's where I slept the night at the truck stop. And I drove 200 on January 4th. January 5th, I drove 1.4 miles. January 6th, 0.4. January 7th, 2.6. Nothing. January 10th, I drove 150 miles. January 12th, I drove 210 miles. Nothing. 93 on January 16th, nothing. Then 369 on January 18th.
There you go.
And then 246 the following day, and then 217 the following day, and then 61, and then I stayed at this cool place in Colorado,
Yeah.
like this campground. It like was snowing the whole time I was there. Like there were some other people that pulled up in like nice RVs. Like they're like, it kind of looks like it's a double decker, but it's just
shit.
because there's like a regular floor level and there's like a raised other floor level.
Oh,
Not quite 2-story,
Yeah.
but like you just know it's very large.
Yeah.
And I'm just chilling in my van all day
Yeah.
long,
Did you need a heater then
just hanging out.
for most of it?
No.
No,
So I
okay.
had a one of your Coleman gas heaters that I have, but I forgot to bring it, and then I actually
Oh no.
and then I never actually bought another one, so I used no heater,
Damn. Just body heat.
Jeez.
just chilling.
Damn.
A lot of the time I was just wearing like my bibs,
Mm-hmm.
like it was cold enough my jacket, but I also had like insulation that fit all the windows, so like put your insulation up and then it stays pretty warm in there.
You got a hot dog too.
True. And on January 24th, I drove. So I must have came back on the 24th. On the 24th, I drove from Hannah Elsie's house to St. Peter, Minnesota.
Damn.
That's far.
And that's 840 miles.
Holy
And I
Christ.
did that. I just did that. Just straight.
Oh my God. Just brain
Wham bam.
off.
Nuts.
And then, good story about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about this story. I was in Minnesota right after going through the hellhole that is Nebraska.
Oh
Because
God.
when you're coming through that way, you go up from Colorado, and then you go across the entirety of Nebraska.
And there's just nothing.
And then you're just like right up into Minnesota. It's just, you see the same damn thing. I mean, you get on to whatever the fuck that is, whatever the 20 million, I don't know, some number, and then it says 600 miles, take a left turn. And you're like, God damn it. And it's like that thing
You're
where
just in the back
you're like,
rooms.
every once in
Yeah.
a while, you like look down at your phone and the number doesn't really change very
It's
much.
like-
And you're like,
I feel like you've been going forever. It's just 450
Yep.
to go.
and the dog is just barking out the back window. She's on the bed, just barking into the window, and then just bounces directly back in your ear. You're just like, God damn it.
Just one more bark and it's just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get right to Minnesota. I'm just driving along. I'm like an hour and a half away from St. Peter or wherever I was going. And I just see a truck there that's weirdly like in the middle of the road and there's people outside of it. So I like slow down and it's smoking. And I'm like, oh, Henry saves the day. I park my van on the side of the street, pull out my little fire extinguisher. Or no, I went and like asked them what was going up. And they did not speak a word of English.
Oh.
So I was like, what's going on? I'm like looking around.
Say
like,
fuego?
You can see
Fuego?
You can see little flames coming out from the bottom. And then I was like, pop the hood. They did not know what that meant, or they just didn't know how to pop their hood. So I'm just like kind of like forcing them out of the way and
Yeah.
getting the little thing popped, and then pull the thing up, and then I just go get my fire extinguisher and just like spray the shit out of it. But
Damn.
Nice. A
Holy
hero.
shit.
I just came in at the right time, I guess.
There you go.
That's badass.
I was just brain dead, and like all the cops show up, and I'm like, roll down the window. I'm like, do you need anything from me? And he's like, nope, you're all set to go. And I said,
And they're standing there like,
thanks.
Yeah, they actually
how'd I do?
They actually spoke English. Henry was just sleep deprived.
Perfect English. Henry
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
can't
that
understand.
was funny. That was a good little ender.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, a little button on the trip.
But yeah, it was mostly just hanging out.
Nice.
Wait until the sun comes out. Open the doors of the van. Tesla loved it. You just like let her go. No need for leash.
Right.
Because where's she gonna go?
Right.
And at that point, your dog just kind of like stays nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in like a neighborhood, your dog starts to like venture farther and farther because
Right,
they
'cause
know
there's-
what's around.
And there's more things to like
Yeah.
look at too.
Right. No, there she's just like chilling around. She's just laying out in the like clay dirt, just like
That's amazing.
just loving it.
Wow. That's cool.
That is cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it
check.
was sweet though.
So, boys, I have a question.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
How far do you think you could ride a ripstick before you just have to stop?
I could probably ride right around 1 inch.
1
on a
inch?
ripstick. I've never actually properly rode a
Oh,
ripstick.
no.
Dang. Henry, I feel like you'd be the kind of person who could just like go forever.
Yeah. You just got to learn.
No, we weren't rich enough to get a ripstick when I was a kid.
Uh,
We had some shitter razor scooters that the foam handles started fucking
yeah,
falling
they always do.
falling to shit. Well, it's probably because we were always pressing the little button and then just like
Yeah.
yanking on the elastic.
Dude, I
and you
low
just,
key
like,
forgot that you could take
like-
the handles out
like-
to like.
Yeah.
That's
but they
cool.
still hang on there because there's a little bungee in there. You just got-
Yeah. I wonder. Sorry. I'll answer your question.
Okay.
Not far, further than Henry,
Yeah.
but probably like 50 feet at most.
Really? Because this morning, I saw someone on Hennepin, one of like the main streets in Minneapolis, just riding a ripstick on the road to work.
He's
What?
just chilling,
Yeah.
probably going
Yeah.
40 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
ri-
god.
He was just like as fast as I've ever seen, just like wiggling his whole body.
Oh
It
my
was-
god.
It was quite the sight. And
Probably
I,
a great workout. He's
yeah,
probably jacked.
dude probably has a core like none other, and his calves are probably like just ripped.
I tried to take a video of him, but I couldn't. Like I was just, I couldn't
going
get it.
too
I was
fast.
like, what am I looking at? I just want to know how far he had to go to get to work or wherever he was
Oh my
going,
god.
because it was impressive.
Imagine just like
That's
4
crazy.
miles.
And he was about to get to like this big U in the road, and I'm like, good luck getting up that thing.
Yeah. Holy
Damn.
shit. Yeah. No kidding.
Just like
At that point, you're just grinding.
trying to
You're
force
just
it.
grinding.
Yeah. Damn.
Anyways, props to that, Jay.
Yeah.
That
No
was one of
kidding.
the craziest things I've seen in a while.
That's funny. I saw a motorized scooter rider this morning.
Yeah.
Had the whole, big helmet. He had like a full helmet on. Like he
Huh.
was like long commuting it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Serious
just
about
like
it.
yesterday, me and Preston saw, not a one wheel, but like the equivalent of one wheel where the wheel is here.
Oh, I've
And
seen
there's
those.
the two spots where
Yeah.
your feet go,
Yeah.
and there's the wheel. And he had like it looked like he had a SWAT helmet on.
I think I've seen that guy. Like he goes full leather
Yeah.
suit. He looks like he's out of Tron.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Exactly.
Holy
Sweet.
shit.
Crazy.
Well, with our last, probably our last topic of the evening. I
We
wanted
can keep
to.
talking forever.
What?
We can keep talking forever.
That's true,
Where
there's
do you
no-
have to be?
I don't have to be anywhere.
Nobody's home. What are we gonna do?
You're so right.
Nothing
No.
to scratch each other's heads.
That'd be nice. We should just do that one night. But yeah,
Just in one little spot.
I wanted to tell. Why am I wanting to tell you?
Sorry. I
Ruined
messed
my
it up.
flow, bro. I wanted to tell you about Henry and I's Easter Sunday.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Let's hear
it
it.
was.
Bless the Lord.
It was not, when I was going to Spicer, my grandma's, for Easter, would have never in a million years expected this to happen. What had happened?
Yeah.
So, as most of you probably know, last weekend was the winter major for RLCS, and Sunday is like the championship Sunday, where the top like eight teams play, I think, to figure out who wins.
But
But
this was the major.
this
This was the chip.
this was the winter major. It's like of all the best all the qualifying teams around the world.
Okay, so it is.
Yeah.
It's the big one.
Yeah,
Okay.
of like the winter season.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I turned it on in the den. We got like a big TV, and that's usually where like most people like congregate after lunch. And so I turned it on in the den to watch the RLCS stream, which is Rocket League, by the way, video game Rocket League. And turn it on in the den, and I'm watching it, and eventually we get some of the older members of the family coming in,
Yeah.
like Uncle Greg, Aunt Debbie, like they come in, and Uncle Greg's like, he like looks up at the TV, and just like keeps walking into the room and like goes, sits down, and like he just falls asleep right away. That was his only plan.
Yeah.
Aunt Deb walks in, and she's got looks up at the TV and just, it's the classic. And so we had like
Yeah.
multiple older family members come into the den, and like just that reaction of sort of like, what is this? Like,
the hell are we
video
doing here?
games?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, what?
Yeah.
And which was, that was the response I was expecting.
Yeah. It's to be expected.
Right. But then first, my Aunt Deb sat down and just like started watching the TV. And then, starts asking a few questions about, Rocket League.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I like explain it to her a little
She's
bit.
open to it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Then my grandma comes in. She looks up at it. She's like, what? Where are we watching it? You guys got the game on? You got Masters going? I'm like, yeah, Grandma, this is the Masters. And she sits down in her desk chair. And just instantly, like, she had like a few questions right away. But then after that, just glued.
Yeah.
Glued.
So you left the room, and they were just watching by themselves for like 20 minutes. We were gone. It was like Marguerite and Emily and Eleanor.
Wow.
And they're just like
Glued to the
they're
TV.
Like, they're like talking.
Not on
they're
their-
like trying to figure it
Yeah.
out and stuff.
Like, not on
And
their
then-
phones or anything.
And then your mom comes to me, and she's like, "You might have to get in here. Marguerite's got a lot of questions for you." and I came in, sat down
awesome.
on her chair, made sure it reclined real nice, and she just asked me questions. She's like, what are those little glowing pads on the ground? What do those do? I'm like,
Oh my God.
gotta drive through them. You see that meter on the side? That's their boost meter. Gotta drive through those, and then they make you, like, that's how they're jumping so high. Like you kind of gotta bring it down a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't be like they're boosting and that's that trail. You just gotta be like,
exactly.
so that's how they're jumping and getting in the air so high. And she's like, oh, okay, all right. And she's like, but what are those glowing globes? Are those different? And I'm like, yep, those refill it all the way. And then she's asking me all sorts of questions. She's like, well, are there fouls? What are the other rules to this game? And I'm like,
that was
nothing. That's it.
Yep, that was like one of the biggest questions that everyone had was like, so what are the rules?
Yeah,
what are the rules?
exactly.
And like, I don't know, it got me thinking about, like when you play Rocket League so much,
You never think about the rules.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then like to an average person who's just like they know regular sports, like there's always rules that you have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's the beauty of Rocket League. There's like no constraints other than like the physics system and like you get a jump and you have 100 boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I also feel like nobody's ever in danger of being physically hurt. Like that's a lot of like fouls and stuff.
Right.
I think it's just so that people aren't like punching each other.
Right. Or like unfairness is like where that.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the rules are built into the mechanics.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like there's no need for it, I guess.
Because
That
there's
makes
there's
sense.
rule 1, but that's not even
That's
a
not
rule
even
of
a
the
real
game.
rule.
But
Yeah.
But the thing is like other video games have those like rules that are like built into the mechanics, but those are I don't know, there aren't really a ton of like constraining mechanics to Rocket League.
No.
Like
That's true.
You can get to every point in the arena.
yeah. Like it's
multiple
all
ways. There's no
self-contained and, like there's just not a ton of like constraints on what you do. It's just the physics engine.
Yeah. That's true. It really is. There's no really objective other than to score.
Right. And you have like
it's very raw.
right, and like full control of your vehicle. It's not like you can only, turn a certain way or move your car a certain way. Like it's all like fully like 100
Right.
or 360 degree.
And
Yeah.
there's no like rules like you have to stay in this area. There's no like volleyball lineup thing.
Right.
Yeah, there's no
just, like,
offsides.
everyone exactly.
Right.
No, there's no icing.
No
Yeah,
icing.
It's just Rocket League.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
You gotta get Marguerite on the sticks now.
dude.
You gotta get her
I was thinking about
playing
that.
Rocket League.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, I don't want to ruin. I don't want to ruin her experience by like tainting it with like actually having to like try and play the game.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she would not enjoy that.
Yeah.
But she like
That'd be funny though.
she's entertained by the pros who are like just nuts. But I
Uh-huh.
mean, it was even to the extent of she was listening to the commentators.
Yep.
Talk
cool.
about the professional players, and she was retaining names of players and the teams that they were on. And so I came in
Wow.
the room, and she's like, "Nate, they got the next matchup's got the best player in the world. I think he was on oh fuck, what's the team now? I can't think.
K Corp or
K
something?
Corp. Yeah.
Huh.
I think they're on K Corp, Matira, something like that. I was like, yeah, Vatira. That's the name. I was like, yeah, like Vatira and First Killer are like the two top players, and one's for FaZe, and but yeah, it was just so funny, and like never in a million years would I have thought. Like she sat in that chair watching Rocket League for like the last hour and a half of the stream, and stayed for like the final game, and like all the way till the end. It was so funny.
Oh,
She was
wow.
chilling. I think she was just in the mindset. I think she was watching Masters before everyone got there.
Yeah.
And then when we got there, she's trying to talk me into watching it with her.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like let it go. Did other stuff.
Yeah.
Easter went quite well. There was no like,
Pretty smooth.
so messy in here. I mean, there was a normal amount of those,
Yeah.
but it was a good Easter. She was in a good mood.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, this is the World Championships. I guess I'll watch."
Yeah.
I think that was the stakes.
The world. Well, and yeah, for the last game, it was the North American like top team versus the European top team, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we were like, yeah, it's America versus Europe, like world major, like so she's like, go US.
Did the US pull it out?
No, we lost.
Damn.
It
Damn.
was like a shit way to lose too.
Really?
It was like Sipical, one of the phase players. He was like, it was like a shot going to the backboard that was just gonna be like a super easy like bang clear to the corner.
Yep.
And he like mistouched it, and it just bounced down right in front of the net.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And it was like with 4 seconds left
game
of regulation of the last game.
7. They went all the way to 7.
Or-
They went to 7. I think they did.
No. It was
6-5, something like that.
It was.
Was it in game 6?
I think
was
FaZe
it
had
3-2?
two wins. Yep.
Yeah.
And K Corp had 3 wins at that point. And so they just needed that one match to win.
Dang. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a tough way to go out.
And yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they had some other problems. There were a couple goals where it was just like you could see that someone would have been there, but they just kind of rotated out too earlier.
Yeah.
We're just not paying attention enough, and
No, that's true.
Yeah. Fatigued.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean, you play for that long. Like, I can't imagine. Like, your brain is just mush.
Oh yeah,
I
mean, just, like,
definitely.
Constant
I
communication.
mean, it's full
and-
throttle too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no breaks.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. That guy might be canceled.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised.
Callahan.
Is he canceled?
Yeah, he was doing some. I don't forget.
Oh,
what
I
it's
did hear about that.
called, But he like wouldn't take no for an answer with some ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of
That'll
he's
do
kind
it
of
to ya.
canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. The documentary was good though on HBO. I don't know if you guys saw the documentary or not, but he did like a documentary on January 6th.
Oh,
And just like
I did hear
following,
about that.
like the QAnon families.
Huh.
It was pretty sad. There were like families where the kids were even into the whole QAnon thing.
Hmm.
It was messed up,
Damn.
but it was also hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be.
So, yeah. The Gophers also choked this weekend, so
I
just
saw
a
that.
bad weekend
Saw that
for
on TikTok.
for the U.S. Because Minnesota hockey is
Yeah.
who everyone wants to win.
Wild one.
That's true. That's true.
I think we turned it off. I think they were down like 3-1, and we are like,
Oh, shit.
So we just turned it off, and then they ended up winning. So
Oh, damn.
That's a good comeback.
Never count him out.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, one of my friends, his name is Sawyer. He actually got a tattoo before the Frozen Four.
Mm-hmm.
So the Frozen Four is basically like the March Madness of hockey for like Division I NCAA. There's like 32 teams or something, and the University of Minnesota made it to the top 4. So they would have to win 2 games to be the national champions.
Mm-hmm.
And he drove down to Tampa, I think is where it was, and he got He got a tattoo of Goldie Gopher right here on his leg,
Mm-hmm.
and on the top it said Sky-U-Ma, and on the bottom it said 2023 national champions.
Oh my goodness.
Before they played?
Yeah, a permanent, like a real tattoo. So there's he just posted on his story like at game 1. He's like, let's fucking go, let's go. Like he was getting so hyped up. Gophers take game 1. They get their picture with their gars in their mouth.
Yeah.
They're just having the time of their life down there. Then the championship comes. The Gophers are just killing it. We're up 2-0 in like the first period.
Mhm.
Maybe we got our second goal early second period. We're killing it. They get a goal, 2-1, going into the third period. The other team has 15 shots on net. We have 1. And they end up scoring with a few minutes left. So it's 2-2. Go to overtime. And within 10 seconds, they scored on us to win it.
God damn.
And he's just got that tattoo still on his
The
leg.
alternate universe.
Yeah. It was
Damn.
tough. It was tough to see that happen.
It's kind of how you want an overtime to go, though. One of the teams wants it to be like we're gonna come out fast and we're
Yeah.
gonna catch them.
It was
we're
so
gonna catch 'em
embarrassing, though, for
their pants
Minnesota.
down.
That's
Yeah.
what happened. Yeah, they dropped the puck. It was like boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Fuck. But,
God damn.
yeah.
Well, shitter. Well, boys,
Yep.
wrap it up.
About that time.
About that time. Thanks for
That
tuning
time.
in. Glad you could make it. Those of you for staying, we have exclusive coupon code for hymns.
Mhm.
Sorry, ladies. But we
Anyone
did.
can use them.
What?
Anyone can use them.
That's true.
There's also a
That's a good
hers.
point.
which
Is
is
there?
owned by Tim's. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever
Owned
drugs.
by, huh?
Cole.
It's a partnership.
Partnership.
It's a partnership.
Thank you. Yeah.
Whatever drugs you need to fuel your sexy times. Yeah, just try LooneyBin in the coupon code.
Give it a shot.
See what happens. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, they have plenty of great products.
They
Plenty
sure
of
do.
Great products. Go find out for yourself.
Absolutely. As this podcast is being filmed, our secondary shooting team is out at the Twins baseball game, doing a vlog. So that will also be coming out shortly. I think there's a vlog. I honestly
They probably aren't.
okay. I don't have confirmation that there's a vlog, but
Potential.
there was
vlog.
talk of a vlog.
Yeah.
I think it was.
You might
I think
see
it was
that.
thrown out there in order to be like, let's not do the podcast.
Right.
We'll do a vlog, and they're like,
All right, so there might not be a vlog. Don't count on there being a vlog.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, follow us on socials, TikTok. We're on. You'll see this podcast on YouTube on Friday, and we're streaming Sea of Thieves on Thursday. So tune into that little new game. Should be a lot of laughs, funny moments. That game is just
thieving,
It's-
pirate
it's-
madness,
it's great. It's just lots of
tomfoolery.
tomfoolery and
Yeah.
good times. So, yeah, stay tuned for more LooneyBin content, and have a good night.
Yeah. Have a good night.
See you.